Despite the many bolts securing the clutch belt cover in place, you will be surprised on how easy it actually is to repair common problems associated with the clutch system on Triumph 1050 engines. Hello friends, today we will perform a clutch rebuild on the 1050 Triumph Tiger 2010 Special Edition. Of course, this guide fits most if not all 1050 Triumph motorcycles, requires no special tools and can be performed in under 2 hours. So let's get started. First, we need to identify the problem we are facing. I wanted to perform a full rebuild so I don't have to open up the bike again in case there was something else that needed attention. But you can identify the problem before dismantling the clutch system. For example, if your clutch is slippery, you probably need to replace the clutch disc friction plates and maybe the clutch bell springs, as well as the intermediate discs if they are overheated or worn excessively. If your clutch is sticky and you can't engage the gears properly, the first thing you want to check is the arm that pulls the clutch discs. You want to start engaging at 90 degrees as shown here, otherwise it is possible that the arm is worn on the inside. It is good practice to change the clutch control cable as well, although not absolutely necessary. If you have been operating the bike with a sticky clutch for a long time, there is a good chance that the clutch discs and the intermediate metal discs have overheated and could need replacement. In any case, when we have everything we need, including 3.5 liters of 10W40 or 10W50 engine oil, the oil filter and 3 gaskets for the covers, we can start by draining the oil. Now pay attention, as the service manual sometimes is contradicting. After removing the final clutch friction plate, we can see 2 thin washers, one flat one and one cone-like spring washer that needs to be facing the engine. After checking, reinstall the flat washer first and then the cone washer. Now make use of the engine oil we drained, grab the new clutch assembly and soak it in the oil. Leave them for 10 minutes and proceed with separating the different discs. You should have 10 clutch friction discs and 9 steel discs. Note that 2 of the friction discs are not the same in what they are thicker and clearly different from the rest. In the same way, 4 steel plates are thicker than the rest, so separate them accordingly. This diagram can be found on the service manual. It is correct and gives you a really lazy, rough idea on how the clutch should be assembled. but don't worry, we'll figure it out. On the other hand, somebody must have been obviously drunk when making this picture. It undermines that after the washers are installed, you should start assembling the clutch with a metal plate first, which is completely wrong as this will cause damage to the clutch bell. Instead, you should start with one of the two special friction clutch discs that are made to go first and last on the assembly. Also, pay attention to the note that points out that the last disc should go on the next set of grooves on the clutch bell, and just keep it in mind. The two outer and innermost clutch discs are 3.8 mm and the regular are 3.3 mm. The thicker steel plates are 2.05 mm and 1.55 respectively. Using this information, proceed with installing the clutch pack as demonstrated here.